What's cracking, guys? GoofyBuilt Shane's getting more work on the CRX. Garage Built Honda's budget CRX finally made it to the track, and Boostedboiz is making just so much power on that dyno ever since they moved in. Let's get in this. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you all for joining me yet again. I am your host, Christian Perez. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. We get together once a week, 8 p.m. West Coast time, to talk about Hondas and what's been going on here on YouTube with some of your favorite creators. If you're kind of busy, don't have time, work, school, everything like that, you can join us right here live. What's up to you guys in the premieres? We go over what's been going on here on YouTube. And to kick this off, I wanted to start with Boostedboiz. This video is 30 minutes long, but has many cars on the dyno, putting some very large numbers on it. So it's really awesome to see all the cars that roll through PFI, some of the old characters, some new, and just seeing how much power you guys are putting down, whether it's turbo, all motor, or all kinds of different kinds of fuel. It's absolutely great. Following that, we got Javi Vibes. Haven't talked about this guy in a minute, but I wanted to bring it up because all the cars that he is recording right now are impeccable. It's really interesting to see that there's so many cars with BMW colors as paint jobs, but they are some older cars. People have owned them for 5, 6, all the way up to 8 years, and they still look immaculate. Whether you have K series, B series, ITB, NA, or turbo, he's covering them all right now. Honda Acura classics out there in Florida. Definitely check this out. Next up, we got MegaSpool back at it again. He's been gone for a while, taking care of some personal things. He kind of went over that in the video, but shop is back, ready to go. All the motors are there, everything's painted. The shop is finally looking like a shop again, and he's finally back. And it's really awesome to see you back at the shop because the fabrication will continue. You got a bunch of products in the loop right now. You brought your car in with the roll cage, and I'm really excited to see all the progress that's going to happen there. Next up, we've got Zosh. Ever since he came back from California for the IBOC meet, he's been making some drastic changes in his head and in Christina. I think the wheels are on their way to go. Jay's Racing rear wing, the hood is already gone. Some crazy stuff is happening for the Integra V3 or V5. You're finally getting the things you want for the car to hit its final stage, and then when that is done, I think you're going to go and you're going to completely repaint the whole car. After that, we got YountStatic. If you've been following his channel for quite some time, you know he's had an EJ2 black coupe just chilling in the side yard, but past couple videos he's been jamming. He got a B20B high comp in the car, NA, currently right now working on exhaust and getting everything kind of neat together to actually possibly sell the car to put into some other projects. I think he threw out a question whether he should just keep it NA or boost it or paint it or what he should do before he gets rid of the car. So if you guys haven't watched that video, absolutely check it out. Next up, we got Lazymangarage helping his buddy Joe's Del Sol get some really awesome upgrades. It's really cool to see a Soul on the channel, and it's very clean, black, well taken care of. It's really cool to see the suspension and the other components, even the crossbar for the Targa, getting put in. Speaking of Del Sols, we got another Chris Sadowski out there in Arizona, finally putting the B20 VTEC in the Del Sol. I think something happened to the coupe that his brother was driving, so they finally said, you know what, I'll pull the D series out of the Del Sol, we'll put it in your coupe, and I'll finally get the B20V into the Del Sol. Nothing has stopped Chris so far. Actually, just kidding, he's actually had a few hiccups, but he pushed through those and the motor is finally starting to get into the engine bay. Like I said earlier, we got Garage Built Hondas. He's been helping his buddy CRX budget build. They did a bunch of suspension stuff, swapped the motor, and a few other things to get it to the track. It's really exciting to see all of your work come together. I'm not sure if it's his first track day, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more once he gets behind the wheel of this car. Following that, we got HondaPro Jason showing you everything you need to know about the Honda E. This car is really cool. Being an all-electric vehicle, it is a 4-door, but kind of looks like a coupe to me, but obviously you got a back seat back there. It's all electric, rear motor, rear wheel drive. It's really awesome looking. It's very similar to some of the early CVCC Civics, and I'm really excited to know that it's going to launch out there in Europe, and I'm really hoping it makes it to the States. Following that, we got GoofyBuilt Shane. You've been following along this CRX for quite some time. The motor is going to be awesome. He's been putting a lot of work into the CRX, and I know Pedro's out there in the engine bay after the Bondo and the slight paint. They're sanding everything down. He's going to make the bay look very nice for that motor once it goes in. I'm really glad that you've been working at the shop, working on the dyno, trying to get all that figured out, and finding time to put work into your own CRX. All right, last but not least, we got HunterTuned, another person out there on the dyno putting in a bunch of work. Hunter finally got himself a coupe. It's going to be an all-out drag car because Hunter likes to make some jam, but I think he's had this car in the past. He mentioned it in the video before. It's had a couple other owners and now it's back to him. So I'm really excited to see what motor you decide to go with and what setup you go with as well. All right, guys, this next segment, when we talk about some cool new products coming out on the market, and this one specifically I wanted to talk about is Demccorp. These guys are making an all-wheel drive billet bell housing for K-Series Hondas. This is actually very interesting. No one's really been jumping on board with this right now, but they've got some prototypes, as you guys can see right now. It's really interesting to see that how many people are getting into the all-wheel drive craze, whether it's B-Series or D-Series, for CRXs or anything else you guys want to actually make this for. But if you're going K-Series, this might be a really cool option in the future. All-wheel drive bell housing for our Honda motors. They also got some cool things up their sleeve with suspension and a couple other products. These guys will be coming out fairly soon. Definitely check them out on Instagram. All right, guys, that's about it for this episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you all for joining me right now. What's up to you guys in Premiere? Thank you for joining me for another week. If this is the first time you're watching, make sure you hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. Head over to HondaVlogs.com/shop. Get yourself up a shirt, a sticker, or a hoodie, anything else you guys need. You want to support the channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has already, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.